Hey guys, and welcome back to Beauty and New Adventures. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time this week, my name is Diana Allen, and I am a Disney Parks enthusiast. This year in 2020, because of the coronavirus pandemic, I can't visit those parks safely. So I have committed to visiting my local parks and finding beauty and new adventures, and that's really what this channel is all about. This week we're going to venture out to Flat Rock Park, which is one of my favorite parks from my childhood. It's been a long time since I've been there. I'm very excited to go back. It is hot outside today, so that's going to make it real interesting. But here we go. Let's go see what's what. Flat Rock Park is located off Warm Springs Road in Columbus, Georgia, and is one of the city's most popular parks. At almost 194 acres, it's also one of the city's largest. For many locals, when we think about Flat Rock, we think about, well, the rocks. I grew up playing and sliding on these rocks on summer days. Unfortunately, construction upstream has drastically affected the water flow through the park. So as we move into the summer season now, nature's water slide runs a little dry. It's been many years since I visited this park, and I wanted to get as much footage and information as I could. So we picked a place to park and took off walking on the 2.3-mile paved loop that winds its way through the park. We happened to park at Friendship Hall, which is a fully enclosed, air-conditioned recreation hall that must be reserved through Columbus Parks and Recreation. On the front of the building, I noticed a dedication sign from 1961, and it really put in perspective how old the amenities in this park are. One of the first things we came across was the disc golf course. Disc golf is played much like golf, but instead of a ball and clubs, players throw frisbees. The sport was formalized in the 1970s, and like traditional golf, the goal is to complete each hole in the fewest attempts. This 18-hole course was added in 2010 and updated in 2015 and is compliant with the Professional Disc Golf Association. This course is extremely popular, and even on a hot day like today, there were several people playing. There are a wide variety of picnic areas scattered throughout the park. Some are covered, and others even feature fire pits. Although these amenities do not require a reservation, they were all marked as closed due to the ongoing pandemic. As we continued our walk around the park, we came across a second dedication sign, this one from 1952. This launched me down a rabbit hole of online research, trying to find as much information as I could. Unfortunately, there just isn't much there. I did discover that this park was a quarry until 1909, and that many of the old streets in Columbus were made from rocks collected here. For those of you who have viewed my previous videos on the Fall Line Trace Trail, Flat Rock Park also connects to that trail. For those of you who haven't viewed those videos, I'll add a link in the description. Go check them out. This is also the trailhead for Flat Rock's mountain bike trail. There are 4 marked trails that branch off in differing sections from this entry point. In total, the trail makes up over 9 miles and allows for skill levels from beginner through advanced. At the very back of the park is Flat Rock Lake. This lake is fed from the water that flows down the rocks at the front of the park and through a small stream directly down the center. Fishing is allowed in this lake, but there are no amenities such as restrooms anywhere close, and shade is hard to come by. As we wound our way back up towards the front of the park, we came across one of the park's 2 sets of playground equipment. In what seems to be like a trend for Columbus Parks and Recreation, everything was in working order but really needs some TLC. In fact, this whole park needs some TLC. The restrooms are in horrible shape, and humans have dumped so much litter in this park that it's distracting. There is literally trash on the ground less than 10 feet from a trash can. We saw everything from piles of cigarette butts to fast food containers to even soiled diapers. It's sad that we can't do better than this. The city seems to be putting minimal effort into maintaining this park. Nature is reclaiming some of the area, and while both the disc golf and mountain bike trails appear to be heavily utilized, even keeping those up appears to be met with bare minimum standards. I was happy to be back in this park after all these years. It brought back such great memories. Even though it has its challenges, it is absolutely beautiful. As popular as this park is, Columbus Parks and Rec really needs to dedicate some time to cleaning the space up. I wish that wasn't a thing, but it seems like we as humans just can't take care of things on our own. This park is absolutely massive. Even though I spent well over 2 hours gathering footage for this video, I feel like I missed lots of stuff. I want to go back and really venture onto the trails and maybe even play a round of disc golf. If you're keeping track, this is the second Columbus Park we've visited that is accessible off the Fall Line Trace Trail. We're going to be visiting one more in a future video, so subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss it. I think my favorite thing about this park is it makes me want to be a kid again. Just walking on the rocks and watching the water was so much fun. Although it's different now, the sense of nostalgia was overwhelming, and I loved every minute of it. It's on that note that I'll wrap up this video. Until next time, seek to explore and find the beauty in new adventures.